Frustrating one today. Frustrating one today, man. Obviously we took the L out in Philadelphia, 27-13. Continuing this streak of not winning in Philadelphia. And unfortunately breaking the Russell Wilson streak of not losing versus Philadelphia. Man, y'all hit that like button one time for the culture. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Obviously, we're sitting at 10-4 now, and I'm not really surprised by the outcome just based off of how the game played. When we talked about key matchups coming into this, we knew that they were dominant in the trenches, offensively and defensively. That's where they've invested the most of, or the majority of their money, free agency wise, and draft picks. And to me, that was the big difference in this thing, man. They were able to control the line of scrimmage offensively and defensively. You look at when we were on defense, the lack of pressure that we were really putting on Jalen Hurts, or on a consistent basis. Let me reemphasize that, because I do feel like we did on occasion get after him. We did sack him 3 times, hit him a couple of times, but it wasn't him under duress, and he still did an excellent job, I thought, of just maneuvering through the pocket, climbing, and making some nice throws down the grass. Then the flip side, when it was time for us to drop back, man, I thought that those guys up front for the Eagles, man, controlled us, man. They were able to provide consistent pressure on Russ, whether we were talking about the big interior D tackles or those edge rushers, Nolan Smith, Josh Sweat. Then from there, man, I thought the next thing was we decided defensively it was going to be one of two things. You either try to minimize or limit A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith from a passing perspective, and you allow Saquon to run into some very favorable looks, or you take Saquon out and you allow your guys on the perimeter to play one-on-one. We chose the latter, and unfortunately, man, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, they lit us up, man. They both had over 100 yards on the game, both had touchdowns in the game, both had multiple explosives in the game, and that's, the price of the decision that we made. I don't second guess it. I just felt like, man, it's one of those things where, yeah, our young corner in terms of JPJ didn't have his best performance for 4 quarters against AJ Brown, but AJ's a heck of a player. AJ's a top 5 receiver in this league and has been for a while now. So that's part of the test, man. When you talk about Dante Jackson, he got hurt. And then from there, James Pierre came in. But, man, I thought that was the difference in the game, man. Their receivers were the ones that made the plays routinely and kind of provided that spark for them offensively. And then the flip side for us, we did not have that guy step up from a receiving standpoint. Moose had a couple flash moments, Calvin Austin as well, but neither, of those guys had the same level of consistent impact that A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith had. So to me, that was kind of the big thing with this, man. Neither offenses were able to run the ball at a high clip. I know they ended the game with a lot. I think they ended with 131, but that was more so just that last drive, man. The wasting, was it 5-6 minute drive? Like, ay, caramba, we gotta get off the field. But in terms of how we handle Saquon, 19 carries, 65 yards, 0 touchdowns, man. And obviously, Mika had got after him a little bit, man. We saw him limping multiple times and missing large parts of the game due to the physicality out there, man. Hell, Kenneth Gainwell, 7 carries, 20 yards, man. The majority of their rushing splash came on Jalen Hurts scrambles. And even with that, we saw where TJ Watt was able to, take advantage of them, force some fumbles. Man, we created 2 turnovers, man, splash plays. Obviously, one was them fumbling a punt. The other was, like I said, TJ making a big play. We got, we did have some moments, some splash stuff that was occurring, but just not consistently enough. Shout out to Boz, though, man. Did go ahead and break the team record for field goals made in the season, man. Hitting 38 of them things, man. So that was definitely good to see from him. But, yeah, just as a whole, man, we got beat in the trenches. And as I've said before, the times when we've lost, you look at how we looked in the trenches from a pass rush standpoint, along with from a run blocking and pass blocking standpoint. In the games where we're not dominant in the trenches, the games where we don't win that part of the game, we struggle. And today was one of those things, man, and you unfortunately were facing a team that is just as good, or maybe after today a little bit better than us. And like I said, man, when you're doing that, the margin for your margin for error is very small. You have to operate at a very high level in all 3 phases, and that just wasn't what we did today. So here we are, we taking on the chin. But the beautiful thing is, short week, we right back out there on Saturday versus Baltimore. But let me know your thoughts on today's performance, man. 27-13, took the L. What stood out to you the most? Who you're most upset with? Because I know you're pissed off with somebody, and rightfully so. We don't ever get comfortable or okay with losing, so I understand it. Drop it in the comment section. But either way, man, before y'all head up out of here, don't forget to hit that like button one time for the culture and subscribe if you are new to the channel. And until next time, baby, you already know the drill. Peace.